Hey, let's talk about The Knife. The Knife is another movie that is written by Black talent, led by Black talent, stars Black talent, and is barely anywhere. If it wasn't for Kerry Washington, I would not know that this movie was coming out. It came out on Friday and is already what? Barely anywhere. So it's the third movie that I've seen in my list of 6 movies for August, my watch list. But I'm reviewing it first to give you a chance to go see it if you're interested. The Knife is about a Black family who they're winding down for the night, and in the middle of the night, an intruder breaks into their home. The husband finds the intruder. Intruder winds up on the floor. Of course, they have to call the police. There's an intruder in their home, but oh my God, the intruder is a white woman. And so the wife, this is all in the trailer, is like, is gonna look away with us looking how we look and her looking how she looks. Let me do a little something. And so she places a knife that was involved in the altercation, places it in the unconscious white woman's hand. This was the entry point for my interest in this movie. And so the rest of the movie is just about like the cops trying to figure out what's going on, the family trying to, look innocent, whatever, whatever. It stars Nnamdi Asomugha, who is Carrie's husband. He's also the director. He also wrote this movie along with Mark Duplass. The movie also stars Melissa Leo, Asia, Naomi King, and Manny Jacinto, along with other people. Now, go see this movie, see if you're interested. My opinion is that The Knife is not a good movie, but this is Nnamdi's directorial debut, and it shows in terms of how this movie is shot. Lots of unnecessary close-ups. I understand that the hyper close-ups on his face are to heighten the tension. Lots of shaky camera movement. I get it, but it also screams amateur. There were times where I was like, "Back up, please, please zoom out." The story is not good. Now, when I talked about this movie in my watch list and I was expressing my interest in it, I said this. This is gonna have some racial tension in this one, which makes my stomach tighten just a little bit. I now know why movies that based on the trailer will be involving or exploring racial tension with Black people clearly being the victims, being at risk. The reason why those movies make the thought of going to see them is unpleasant for me is because there is a huge risk that I will walk out of the theater just feeling exploited. Just feeling exploited. And that is the effect with The Knife. I walked out of the theater and all I felt was exploited. This movie relies on you, if you're Black, and even if you're not Black, because the trauma of police brutality is Black people's trauma with police brutality is mainstream. That pain, that trauma is on display for the world to see in America. And then Black pain in general is very mainstream throughout the world, right? Like, I don't know if I said it in the video, but like, there is a perception that, like, for example, Africans, Haitians, whatever, like, our natural like setting is to be suffering under somebody's boot. And so I did walk out of this movie feeling exploited because yes, I did bring my anxiety about like uh encounters between Black people and the police to this movie, and that's all I left with. This little tag in the poster that says the truth cuts both ways. I stayed in that theater until the credits rolled. I have no idea what this is referring to. Let's get into the movie. Let me give you a quick, if you haven't seen this, or if you have, let's remind ourselves of the plot of this movie. Intruder breaks in. Nnamdi, Christian finds her. He is out of it because he has taken a concoction of pain pills and beer. Things are blurry. He can't see. Somehow we never find out what happens. The woman winds up on the floor. And so wife wakes up. She sees the woman. She's touching her. And so then he calls the police. She put, at the very last minute, she puts the knife under the woman's hands. And the police show up and they look guilty as all get out. Neither of the adults lie well, especially not Alexandra, the wife, Alex. I don't remember if her nickname was Alex, but she does not lie well. She is wringing her hands, she's shifty eyed. And so the weakest part of the knife is that the police are never thrown off the scent. The detective knows immediately that something is wrong, that they are lying, and she knows who did it. And so there is no mystery for the cop. Like she's doing her investigation. But the family never succeeds in lying. The kids don't really. One of them straight up tells the truth, and so it's like, why are we here? Why are we here? I was looking forward to a little bit of a cat and mouse. I was looking forward to. I thought the plot would have the family like be convincing. The wife, Alexandra, the wife, is the weapon formed against Christian. This is her fault. It is such an unnecessary move, and she makes it at the last minute, giving her family no time to prepare. They don't rehearse. She throws her kids to the wolves, basically, because you didn't prep them to be lying to authority like this. Yes, the cop is dirty. She questions one of the daughters without the mom present and says on the tape, "Mother is present," and she ain't. She's dirty. She is racist because you don't make a movie like this and have the cops not be racist. She is racist. That what is Manny? His character is anti-black and prejudiced, but they're also right. The family is hiding something. They are guilty. They are not telling the truth. And so what? There is something to be found with the family. The plot is not even on the family side. Christian himself also lies badly. Christian looks guilty they all look guilty the entire time. Nnamdi's performance is pretty one note. It's strong at the very beginning until you realize that's all he's gonna give you. At no point is Christian really panicked. Like he just looks stressed and a little bit anxious and a little bit guilty. But that's all. This is all happening because of him. This is all happening for him. Because again, this is another one of those like police brutality things that's only about the black man, as if I'm not gonna get on my soapbox about that, but this is all about him. He literally is the main character. The wife is doing this for him, and yet she's hollering, panicking at different points, and just looking very intense and is very protective and overprotective, and he's just very passive, very passive. So we hit a very unnecessary point in the movie where the cop is trying to question the second daughter. The second daughter starts panicking, starts hyperventilating. Christian, who is being kept outside, goes inside to go help, and the cop is telling him, Manny's character is telling him no, but he starts Manny's character starts yelling like something bad is happening. Christian's on the inside, and all of the cops draw their guns, and like my stomach drops, my heart seizes, and it's so fucking unnecessary because they already know he has no weapons. Yes, the cops can be jumpy, but I mean, like, as a choice, that's what I'm talking about. Like, the movie heavily relies on that. Meanwhile, the script is underdeveloped, the characters are underdeveloped, and the story truly kind of goes nowhere and it's kind of confusing. So the cop is questioning the daughter. The cop guesses that the mom moved the knife because she did. The daughter says no, she didn't, and then we cut, and the cop is seemingly about to go, and the family's just standing outside. Then she gets a phone call. The woman is awake, the intruder, who for whatever reason her life was on the line. She's awake, but she's not talking yet. The cop finds out then and there, very fast fingerprinting work or whatever, that the knife was moved, and so she ends up arresting Christian. Plot twist: arrest Christian for tampering with the evidence or whatever. Christian, meanwhile, is like looking passive, stoic, no facial expressions. The wife is panicking, like you can't arrest them, but of course she's not gonna say she's the one who moved the knife because she is the weapon formed against them. And so then, when Christian is, in the paddy wagon being led away, we hear this voiceover saying that one of the cops saying that he was a seller, basically a drug dealer. He was selling. The woman was in the house to try to purchase pills from him, and he's giving us nothing. And so we have no idea if what the cop is saying on the radio is true or not. This information about the woman was there to purchase and he was selling, is that coming from the intruder? How can it be coming from the intruder? Because it's only been a few minutes since Christian was arrested. He's in the back of the police car. The detective said she hadn't had a chance to talk to the woman yet. So where's this information coming from? And during this time, Christian is doing a voiceover. There's a very weak theme about choices, the choices you make having consequences, basically. But it's not his choice that had the consequence. It was the wife's choice. But she's not being shown at all during this voiceover, only him. And so I'm not sure what we're supposed to take away from this. besides what we already knew. But this movie gave me nothing, only exploitation of my trauma. Like I said, underdeveloped characters, underdeveloped plot, leaned way too heavily on the audience, in my opinion, bringing in their stuff around police interactions with Black people. I give it a 1 out of 5.